Well, hello strange people, welcome back to the channel. You find me today marching through beautiful Taby Cleave. This is my go-to happy place on the moors. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous being fairly apt to just around the corner here. We've just come across this. I don't know if you see it behind me at all, but I've not noticed it before. Obviously because the bracken's down, it's relatively easy to see. And I'm just wondering what it is, because it looks an awful lot like a beehive hut that the tinners used to make. Now, I only know of a couple of beehives on Dartmoor. There's a few in Cornwall. It's a beautiful one at Brown Willie on Cornwall actually. But this really does look like a little beehive. Of course it could be an army, something the army have put up over the years. They've been training here for 150 years or so. So it could be something from them, but this really does look like a beehive hut. Tinners used to use it to shelter in during bad weather. Interesting. Well, I'm in Amacum now. Cracking valley. It's the Amacum Island just there. And that hump there, I don't know if it's showing up. It's called the Lord Mayor's Castle. I have no idea why. I'm sure somebody does, but I don't. A long way from the Matrix now, that's for sure. Look how beautiful that is up through there. Beautiful. Right, I'll bring you back in a mo. Well, so far today, I've seen a red deer hind, which is pretty rare on Dartmoor to see. They're up here, but you don't often see them. Peregrine. Neither of these two things have I managed to catch on film. But the most amazing thing I think I've seen so far is a heron. I've never ever seen a heron this far out on the moor. Unbelievable. I didn't catch him on film either. He just flew across the valley in front of me. I mean, there are fish in the rivers, but wow. You normally associate them with just down in the valleys. I've never seen one up here before. Right, it's getting hot and the breeze is dropping. It's very gentle anyway. We've still got a bit of distance to make yet. The sun's going down. Catch you in a mo. So I'm just making my way now up out of the valley. Quite steep, tough going, but easily doable. So better stop talking and keep moving. Things I'd do for you people. Subscribers asked me to come out here today, and you've only got to look at this landscape to see it's a bit of a, I was going to say moonscape, but I don't even think it's that. Right, catch you in a mo. So why did my subscriber ask me to come here then? I'm sure none of you are thinking that. And the answer is just there. It's a Bronze Age house, dating from roughly around about 1500 BCE. So, some middle Bronze Age-ish. But what makes this solitary house here impressive is the fact that it really isn't alone. There's another one. You won't see it, but there is just another one just over my shoulder now. And that's just two of the 94 that are in this village. I'm not saying we're going to find all of them. Let's have a quick wander around before before it gets too dark. There's another one there. Here seems to have some walls still fairly well standing. These have tumbled in, but gives you a fair idea. An absolute beaut there. And I think might be a nice spot to have a sit down. There's another one just there. Cleve, Woolwich, Amacombe Valley really. So while my burger cooks, what can I tell you about this place? Not a lot really. As I say, it stems from around about 1500. There was an archaeological dig out here in 1905 where they found a glass bead, arrowheads, an arrowhead, and some pottery, but not a lot else. 94 houses. It's quite some place to live. Beyond me, this side, is a wide open plain of grass. It's just wide open. So you can see why they probably chose this site. We're south facing now. We'd have caught a bit of the wind and caught from the southwest, because our wind is from the southwest, but on the whole we'd have been alright. Our entrance would have been over there. I think it would have been quite nice in here. I don't know what the roof was made of. Obviously it would have been beams going up, but whether it was thatch or turf or bracken, nobody really knows. Well, nobody does know, not for sure. You can only surmise. Up here I would have thought it would be turf. The Neolithic peoples had by that time knocked down many of the trees up here. The west of Britain, well, Britain as a whole, but certainly in the west of Britain, when arable farming came in, you know, growing crops and things, we were one of the last places to actually take that on. We were a little bit behind the rest. And when it did get taken on, it's much as the way it is today. A lot of the arable farming is in the east, and a lot of the livestock farming is in the west and north of the island. So very much the same as it is today. But up here you'd have been looking at, well, almost certainly just livestock farming, Middle Bronze Age, you know, bit of, as I said, huge plain behind me. There's a pretty big plain in front on the other side of the valley. So they'd have just let the livestock out. Always wondered what they looked like, what they dressed, how they dressed. When they exhumed the kist grave up on White Horse Hill, it was a young woman, and she had a bear skin, or her remains were wrapped in a bear skin. She had a nettle belt with leather fringes on it, which would have been quite decorative. A bracelet with tin ingots in it. It was made of cow hair, I believe, I think I'm right in saying. And a necklace with amber beads and a tin ingot on it, some clay-made beads. So I think they decorated themselves quite well. Whether they wore paint or anything like that, I don't know. But I always imagined them to be like the Afar tribe in Africa, or maybe the Native Americans. Quite, you know, not drab at all. Burger's cooking nicely. Catch you in a mo. Well, my burglar's finally ready, so I'm going to sit up here and enjoy that. Then I'm going to make a move. I've still got a fair old way to go yet, and the sun's not getting any higher. I was just sitting here thinking, I took a tumble on the way into this just now and scraped up my arm and hurt my knee a little bit. My knee's alright, but I've missed a chance really, haven't I? I could have got a million views off telling you I was attacked by a wild unicorn while out here, because that seems to be another of the big things at the moment. I was attacked. Anyway, catch you in a mo. So I'm just sitting here wondering what dark, deep recesses of my mind came up with the wild unicorn scenario. And it actually made me realise that I'm quite a long way from anybody out here. The chances, certainly at this time of day now, of anybody wandering past are pretty slim. Any wild campers will have put their tents up by now, and they're probably out on fur tour, which is too far away to shout to. There's no phone signal here, and I've not told anybody where I am. And I'm getting to that age now where, to be honest, it's probably wise I did start thinking about doing that. I don't have anybody at home, so I can't just tell anybody at home. I could message my daughter, I suppose, just to say, look, I'm going out onto the moor, this is where I'm going to, this is the route I'm taking, this is the route I'm taking back. As it is, the route I'm taking back was going to be up over the top of that tour, but I think I'll just go back down through the valley now. So yeah, I think, you know, if you're going out solo, and I've always, well, nearly always, been out solo, if you're going out solo, tell somebody where you're going. I know I said I'm getting to that age now where I ought to really, but I think anybody should. It's just wise. It's a cardinal sin not to have done it all these years. And this little fall, although, you know, it's absolutely nothing, and when you think, it's ironic stepping into this little Bronze Age house, and I've fallen over, and I've been scrambling, and I've been, you know, crossing rivers, and I slip right where I'm thinking be a nice spot to have my lunch, my tea now, and yeah, so always tell somebody where you're going, and if your route is changing, then somehow let them know as well. I mean, I could go higher up and probably have a signal up there. But as it is, my route back is the route I took in, so anybody looking for me would, with any common sense, start by that route. Had I told anybody. I've seen nobody since I've been up here. I've been up here for an hour and a half now, just enjoying the ambience. That aeroplane you can probably hear is the first one I've heard since I've been here. It's just been silent, just the skylarks, the breeze every now and again through the grasses. This has just been beautiful afternoon. Beautiful afternoon. The raven just flying across the valley. It's just, it's just wonderful here. You can well imagine just living here. But I don't live here. I live elsewhere, and I think I'm going to leave the film here, because unless something really special happens now, the route back is going to be pretty much the same as the route in. The only difference will be I'll probably walk along this ridge and down the other side, but apart from that, the route out will be the same as the route in. So thanks for joining me. I have taken some photographs, which I'll probably pin on to the end of this video. Catch you on the next one. Something I forgot to mention about the burial that the woman that they dug up at the Kist on White Horse Hill. She had 4. Now I don't know what they're called, but they're the type of things you put in your ears to stretch the hole. I'm seriously don't know what they're called, but they're huge, or maybe even the lips. Stretch the hole in the lips. They're made of wood, and they're the oldest evidence of lathe work anywhere in Northern Europe. So, that's quite internationally important in itself. Right, I'm yapping too much. So I shall be going now, and I'd just like to say to those that may be a little hard of thinking, no wild unicorns were harmed in the making of this film. Thank you, and I'll catch you on the next one.